Just ahead on ABC6 News, first at 4, a sudden closure causing another traffic backup on 95 in Providence. What the DOT had to say about that sudden closure. Plus, police in Attleboro busy after a gas station employee was robbed at gunpoint. How you can help out police. And we're tracking a brewing winter storm expected to hit southern New England this weekend. What we can expect to see in terms of snow.
This is Southern New England's trusted news source, ABC6 News, first at 4.
Our top story tonight at 4 o'clock, the off-ramp for Route 6 West was abruptly shut down this afternoon, causing a traffic nightmare. Thanks for joining us at 4. I'm John DeLuca. The DOT citing emergency repairs for the drastic action, but after an hour and a half, it reversed course on the closure. And by reversing course, I mean that off-ramp is now back open. ABC6 News reporter Josh Kerman joins us now with more on what caused the confusing back and forth of that busy ramp. Josh.
John, sudden traffic changes in the capital city, not too uncommon, but RIDOT officials reopening that Route 6 West ramp on I-95 South around the exit 37 at about 1 o'clock this afternoon after a quick repair of a bridge joint that took them about an hour and a half. Now, an initial social media post on this from RIDOT called the repair an emergency, but a spokesman later clarifying with us it was not an emergency and instead normal maintenance. Now, this comes as the DOT continues its work on the Washington Bridge for several critical repairs. That repair is expected to continue for the next few months. Again, this off-ramp has reopened, and the spokesman telling us that the issue to that repair was brief, but we did check in on another traffic change coming up in the near future, the viaduct around the state offices exit. We asked, with the snow coming this weekend, are there any expected changes or delays in that? We were told that as of now, that work is expected to continue as scheduled, which means those changes will be in place this Saturday. For now, live in Providence, Josh Kerman, ABC6 News.
All right, Josh, thank you. Now to the weather. Our storm trackers are very busy right now watching a snowstorm headed towards southern New England for the weekend. Now just days away, plenty of people are stocking up on the essentials. ABC6 News reporter Caitlin Galehouse joins us now live in the newsroom to look at what's in high demand at this point. Caitlin.
Well, John, with southern New England expecting different types of precipitation Sunday, and that forecast track still up in the air, people are not taking their chances. The city of Cranston feeling prepared going into Sunday's storm, and a lot remains unknown, but they say plow truck drivers and officials are ready to clear out snow, de-ice, and do whatever they need to do to keep people safe. Cranston Mayor Ken Hopkins says start thinking about moving your cars off of the roads so plows can get through and plow the streets. A parking ban in Cranston will go into effect at some point over the weekend, depending on when the storm really begins. And for the homeless community, libraries will be used as warming shelters. And if anybody does lose heat, they can call the city for shelter. People are getting out and getting prepared ahead of Sunday's storm. The window to prepare is right now. Durfee's hardware store in Cranston saying people have been coming in all day to get their hands on the essentials to battle the storm.
As we've had a ton of people coming in for shovels and ice melt, and it's just been going that way all day. We spent a lot of our time restocking the shelves, and we have a warehouse full of stuff. So, well, obviously you need a shovel. And it's probably a good idea to have a little ice melt to throw down so that no one slips and hurts themselves. Depending on how big your driveway is, you might decide to get a snowblower.
Our weather team here at ABC6 News is tracking the storm's path as well as its intensity. You'll hear from Chief Meteorologist Jeff Banson in just a few minutes with more. For now in the newsroom, I'm Caitlin Galehouse, ABC6 News.
All right, Caitlin, thank you. Several warming centers will be available in Providence this weekend. Now, some of those locations include Crossroads, Rhode Island, Federal Hill House, and Providence Rescue Mission. A few Providence Library branches will also be used as shelters as well. If you'd like to see a full list of the locations for shelters this weekend in Providence, we have that for you right on our website. Just go to abc6.com. And before we get to Jeff, we want to mention if you see news happening in your neighborhood, you can share it with us through our Now Local News app. Your videos can earn you points, which you can then exchange for gift cards and other prizes. And we may even show your videos right here on ABC6 News. To download, it's very easy. Just scan the QR code that's on your screen or just search Now Local News wherever you get your apps. First at 4, take a live look over the beautiful city of Providence on this Thursday afternoon. Cold day, but very nice and clear. Let's get a check on the forecast now. Providence Now Chief Meteorologist Jeff Benson joining us live in the Weather Center. Last time I saw you, my friend, we're talking storm tracks and everything in balance. How are we looking today on this Thursday afternoon?
Well, certainly the trend has been, well, if you like snow, the trend has been your friend. A little bit more robust numbers showing up in our computer models today. We've got a better grip on this forecast than we did, say, 24 hours ago. Yes, it has been a nice day outside of a spot flurry. It's been dry with clouds and sun. I'd be interested to know if those warming centers possibly get opened up tonight, because the brutal cold is actually coming tomorrow morning well ahead of the storm. Yes, obviously, we'll be seeing a lot of the people utilizing those shelters with the snow falling in spots this weekend, but brutally cold air is on the way. Cold front just about passing through. Again, a spot flurry possible out of that, and we've got that low pressure offshore, the front sort of sweeping that away harmlessly, but leaving in the wake. Look at those temperatures up into Canada, 9, 10, 20, 12. Yeah, all cold stuff. Now, the temperatures here at home will not get that cold. We'll probably bottom out around 20 tomorrow, but we will be facing wind chills potentially in the single digits in a few spots tomorrow. There is our weekend storm swirling across New Mexico, heading into the panhandle of Texas right now. You've got snow from Lubbock up to Dumas there and getting into the panhandle of Oklahoma as well over towards Guyman. That storm continues trending a little further south. It's going to scoop up a lot of moisture. Look at that line of severe weather across the deep south over towards the Florida panhandle. A lot of panhandles with this storm being affected. Then it juts up the eastern seaboard. It's with us by about 9 o'clock Saturday night. This is going to be a night-to-night storm and a long-duration event. So even if the snow isn't the heaviest at times, it's still going to accumulate. Now, of course, really our only question at this point, how far inland does that rain-snow line get? And a lot of the computer indications today are that it is going to, even if it does jostle back and forth between a rain-snow mix, it likely eventually all becomes snow at some point, with cold air beginning to rush in behind the storm. Now, what does that mean for accumulations? I'll have our first call official snowfall map coming up in the full weather in a bit, John.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Jeff. New at 4 tonight, Attleboro police are looking for the person who robbed a gas station in the city at gunpoint. According to police, it happened just after midnight at the Mobil station right there on Newport Avenue. The cashier says the suspect had a gun. And according to that cashier, the thief took off in a dark sedan. Just a vague description to go on. You see what we're seeing here is just a person with a mask on and a heavy black coat. If you know anything about this crime, you're asked to contact Attleboro police. A Smithfield woman is now facing charges after police say she drove drunk with children in the vehicle. According to police, they were called to the 3-car crash on Pleasant View Ave yesterday afternoon. According to officers, 38-year-old Allison Walsh drove into oncoming traffic, ultimately causing the crash. 5 children in her vehicle were taken to Hasbro Children's Hospital. Good news here, they are expected to be okay. Walsh is now charged with DUI and driving on a suspended license. Now to an ABC 6 News follow-up at 4 o'clock. A school nurse in Woonsocket was arraigned today on assault charges involving a student. According to police, the assault happened at Harris Elementary School on December 20th. Laura Balachi allegedly put her hands around the neck of a student after the student slapped her in the face. Now, Balachi claims she is trained for incidents like this, but the principal says her response to the slap is not part of their training. We reached out to the school regarding her status, but we have not heard back. Now to some other local stories we're following for you on this Thursday evening. Coventry police welcoming their newest member of the force. Say hi to Jovi, a Boonfield Labrador comfort canine. Police posting a video of Jovi to social media as the new pup settles in at the station. Jovi will work with a professional dog trainer to prepare for her comfort dog certification. They think she should be sworn in later on this month. I got a feeling she's going to be great at her job. Still to come on ABC 6 News, first at 4, 2 teenagers are dead after a crash in Boston, what state police are saying happened. Plus, multiple people shot at a high school in Iowa. What we know about the victims and the shooter. And powerful figures named in the first round of Epstein court documents, what they revealed. You're watching ABC 6, Southern New England's trusted news source.